Then when I went to UVA and I came to UVA, I built a McIntyre School building project. I was the chairman of the building committee. And you know, at an institution like UVA, which is a state institution, it's an old line, legacy, traditional kind of organization. And it was a traditionally low bid environment. And I didn't really come from that, but I was trying to figure out how to help them get this project built. It was a new business school building. And so what I suggested we do is use a construction management approach, a cost plus kind of approach, to hire a construction manager very early in the process to manage the project and manage the engineers and manage the architects, come up with a guaranteed maximum price. And then what we did was we deeply collaborated. The construction manager, the architects and engineers, the faculty representatives, we all worked together to develop a plan that worked. We had a budget of $65 million and a timeline of 64 months, 65 million in 34 months. And we closed out the project at 71 million and 36 months. So for you that have ever been in the construction business or the software development business, to build a project that has less than 10% in change orders and less than 10% in terms of time extensions, that's a success by any measure. And again, we focused on time and quality as the primary drivers. And frankly, trust, excuse me, which becomes a real focal point in Agile. Trust and collaboration were core principles in that particular project. When I went to UVA as a chief operating officer, I also managed big organizations. One of the schools, the annual revenue was in excess of $100 million, and we had 450 employees. So it was a big, complicated state-run institution. And so in both my role in McIntyre and Darden, we used some Agile approaches and implemented Agile at these business schools in this big, slow-moving state institution. So what did we do? Well, we converted legacy reporting systems into single entry accounting systems, activity-based cost accounting systems. So faculty, program managers, and the dean's office could look up on one click on a dashboard exactly where projects stood, exactly where the budget stood, exactly where cash flow was. Unheard of. I inherited, in both cases, when I moved into each of those roles, archaic 1970s and 80s versions of little standalone accounting systems with Excel spreadsheets, and a lot of hand notes were kind of cobbled together and called financial reporting. Well, we integrated that. We became more and more of a project kind of organization where we took new projects or new initiatives and broke them down into projects. Teams became the focus, smart teams that had faculty, professional staff, supportive staff, outside consultants. We built these smart teams around projects, launching new degree programs. I was part of teams that launched 3 or 4 new market-based degree teams. And so those were smart teams that did market research and that built dynamic financial models and operated very much like an Agile team. Customers, our students, our faculty were always involved in these kinds of projects. And then we deployed IT as a strategic advantage. So for you technology people out there, it was really important to create systems integration. Systems integration was the ability or the platform to bring people together. When people need information, it pulls people together.